Guys, it's that time of the year. Halloween Horror Nights is upon us this year. It's Halloween Horror Nights 26. Gonna go and show you around, give us our thoughts on all the haunted houses this year. I'm excited. I love this event. I think it's really well done, and I can't wait to go and check it out. Guys, this was my biggest surprise so far from Halloween Horror Nights, and that is American Horror Story. This is a TV show that I have never seen. Obviously, I'm familiar with it because it is very popular in pop culture. But the haunted house, amazing. Really, really long, creepy. The actors got up in my face, like really, like they were way within the bubble. Like I had a sword in my face, people's hands in the face. It was crazy. Also, longest line of Halloween Horror Nights. So if you want to do this one, if you're doing stand, the longest queue ever. I'm gonna splice in a picture of that right now. There you go. And so far I haven't done all the houses yet. I'm missing 3, but this has been my favorite, and it's been so. It was really well done, really long and scary. A lot of times you're going conga line style through these HHN houses, and they are not very scary. This one scared me numerous times, and I'm not a fan of the show. If you are a fan of the show, you'll probably crap your pants because it's really good. Molly, any thoughts on this one?
Very good, very strong, very long house, and definitely right now my favorite. Definitely recommend.
So now I'm outside the Exorcist, which was when I heard they were doing the Exorcist as a haunted house, I was like, man, that is going to be really hard to pull off as a good haunted house. And unfortunately, they did not do it. This has been my least favorite house I have seen so far. It was just walking from her bedroom to a different bedroom. There were really no scares, and I was, by about halfway through, I was really bored. This one is a big IP. If you're a fan of the movie, this might be a house for you. I'm not a real big fan of the movie. I knew it from pop culture references, and I think I watched half of it one day on TV. But like, if you're a big fan of this movie, it might be for you. But I thought this was the worst haunted house I've been through yet. Molly, thoughts?
It's scary, like the movie, whenever I was a child, scared the like the living daylights out of me.
That was the word you were looking for.
That's the word I'm looking for, yeah. It scared me like no other. The haunted house, not that great. It was the same thing over and over. However, if you still have that childhood fear, I can see how it could be a strong house.
Here we are at Tomb of the Ancients. Guys, I really like this house. There were 3 original houses this year, Tomb of the Ancients, Chance, and then Ghost Town. This was my favorite. It was in the tent. It was really close quarters. There were multiple paths you could take. It was awesome. I really liked this house quite a bit. This is a winner. This is gonna be this will be in my top 3 of houses I've been through this night. And since it's an IP house, it's over here in the ET Kid Zone area. Normally the lines are not terribly as bad, so I loved it. This is the one I give a big thumbs up to. Creepy. It feels creepy, but it feels good. It's sort of like if it was an evil Legends of the Hidden Temple would be what and look, in the time I've been standing here talking about it, the wait time dropped, I think, 25 minutes. But awesome house. One of my favorites here at Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween, Hell Comes to Haddonfield. In this space we're on Halloween 2. This is a good house. It's a really good house. A couple years ago they did Halloween, the original movie. This year they did Halloween 2, the sequel, and it follows the sequel. And now I've never seen the sequel, nor have I never seen the original Halloween. Molly owns about 8 of them.
Not 8, I own 6.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was way off. But me, like, this house is good. This is a really good house. Highly detailed. You go through different areas. You're walking through a neighborhood. You're walking through a crazy hospital. Michael Myers everywhere and pops out at you everywhere. This house, really cool. I really liked it. This, man, I'm going back and forth. Neither my number 2 or number 3. Stay tuned to the end to find out what it is, but very strong house. Also, like, the original Halloween house had insane wait times. This one, the wait times have not been bad at all. Like, right now, we're here it's not even midnight yet. I'm trying to show my watch. That's not working. I've had one too many drinks, I guess. But what is it? What time is it, Molly?
It is midnight. It's 11:58.
It's almost midnight. But I mean, 25 minutes for a major IP, a major icon like Halloween. Big thumbs up to this one. Very strong house. Now you, owner of 6 Halloweens on DVD in our lovely house, what did you think of Halloween Hell Comes to Haddonfield?
Very, very strong house. I love the sets, love the detail. They followed the plot excellent. I love the ending. Overall, very strong house and not bad wait times.
Just got out of Lunatic's Playground 3D. We went before the first Bill and Ted jump, so we only waited 20 minutes. Now, after the first Bill and Ted jump, it's up to a 45-minute wait because this house is here and Bill and Ted is there. So that's definitely kind of a tip for you. Try and get here before the first show dumps. And the first show will dump around roughly 7:45 or so. Decent house. It's the 3D house. So if you've been through one 3D house, you've kind of been through a lot of them. They did have some cool stuff. Obviously, I'm a gentleman, and the character of Chance has nice boobs, which is wonderful for me. Molly,
she has very nice
things. Yeah. A couple of cool 3D things. Like there were like giant-headed baby characters that were really creepy. There was a Sparks in 3D, which was really neat. But it's a 3D house, and if you've been through one, you've been through them all. It didn't feel like special like a lot of the Horror Nights houses do. It felt like something a lot of theme parks could do. Molly, thoughts on this one?
I agree. It's if you've been through, especially like last year, Alice's house.
The Alice house was good. Really
yeah,
good.
It has the same feel to it.
Yeah.
My problem with it is maybe you're right. Chance has big boobs, and some of the Chances in this house did not have big boobs.
Yeah.
Their outfits did not show like the cleavage.
And a lot of them are up on stages.
Yeah.
Like strip club style stages.
So I felt like the Chances looked different, like not a uniform look throughout the Chances.
But I will say also, they had a great pre-show video and facade that set up the story of the house, and I really, really liked that because we were waiting in line 20 minutes. We got to see the whole thing, and it echoes back to last year's Carnival Carnage show. And if you're a fan of Horror Nights, you'll really like the pre-show.
And if you're a fan of Chance and her boobs.
And boobs. So we're now hanging out here by Krampus, which was the house I was absolutely looking forward to the most here at Halloween Horror Nights. Most of these IPs I've never seen the movie or I've never watched the TV show. This one I've actually seen the movie, so I was pretty hyped up for it. Plus, from me watching it, you could tell like Universal could kill it, absolutely kill it in a haunt maze. And this one let me down, guys. This one let me down. There was some really, really cool scenic, but I was expecting like amazing puppets and things like that, and it was not. It was, walking through a house decorated for Christmas, and Krampus didn't move. It was very disappointing, and that really kind of bums me out. Up next, an original house, something that is not an IP, something that has not been, on TV or a movie. And that's Ghost Town: The Curse of Lightning Gulch. And I put this in the middle of the road category for me. I liked it. There were some beautiful sets, like really, really amazing sets. One of the prettiest houses at this year's Horror Nights, but not too scary. Very kind of traditional theme parky. Like this is something I think I would find at a scary farm or a Halloween haunt, at kind of any park in the country. Maybe with a little bigger budget. The sets were my favorite part here. This was the house I was looking forward to, second best. Let me down a little bit, but still a solid house, a good middle of the lineup house. Molly, thoughts on Ghost Town?
I agree. Very, very solid sets. The house itself, good, not great. Recommend though.
So something different this year at Halloween Horror Nights, they have their own dedicated store. Last year they had sort of they took over the Twister gift shop. Obviously Twister's no longer here. So this is in what used to be like extended queue for the Revenge of the Mummy ride. I'm going to show off some of the merchandise and things like that. Lots and lots of stuff this year. Obviously this is very popular. You got hats, shirts. Not thrilled about the logo and stuff this year. Last year I bought the sign poster thing. Still have not framed it yet. I imagine it's been a year. We have not framed that yet. We need to. That's this year's.
We couldn't find the size.
Yeah, we couldn't find, it has to be custom framed. But here's something for Molly. You can do 4 shots at once. With some of the different horror icons at this year's event.
What I love most about this store is it has the houses, like pictures of props around.
And then they have the props and stuff, which is really cool. Like over here, you this movie. And something I like this year, for years and years, the iconic Halloween Horror Nights shirt has had this hideous blood lettering on it that I never wear. And this year the shirt is much simpler. It's got the logo on the front, and then on the back it lists all the houses. So for the first time ever, I've been going to this event since 19, I might actually buy the shirt. It's a nice, solid shirt. And it got a lot of stuff in it. Very cool. Not a store you can put a whole lot of people in, but definitely a cooler store. Actually, my favorite thing is these. Chance socks. I've got a couple of different wacky socks, like I've got New Day socks from WWE, but these can fit in. So that's pretty different. Also, I've got Turbis tumblers. This really, really cool Turbis tumbler. And lots of shirts for like the different IPs and properties, you know, Walking Dead and American Horror Story and things like that. So, you know, it's not just specifically for Halloween Horror Nights, although they do have a hoodie. Also, a little spoon, I'm sure you're watching this video, and this is probably where you're going to spend all your money on your vacation down here in about a week or so. And weird stuff too, like do you want Halloween Horror Nights playing cards? Out of the guys, all the mannequin kind of guys, this dude was my favorite. Never seen this franchise, never seen this movie, but that's creepy and pretty cool. And another thing of what? Who would need this? How about a package of 10 postcards? With all sort of the houses on the back. And but very, very cool. And that's just the half of it. You see, you move from one room with the old extended queue, you turn the corner, and you're to yet another room filled with giant Horror Nights memorabilia. And this one filled with more stuff and more mannequins too. So from a theming standpoint, you got Chance, of course, the icon of the event over here. And then lots of different things. You got Pop Funko kind of stuff. Michael Myers. Assuming Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just more kind of cool stuff. And like retro stuff too. You got by posters for a lot of the things. And there's Exorcist and Krampus, which is the house that I was most looking forward to this one. Or Turbis. What do you find, Molly?
Lots of stylish hats.
Lots of stylish hats.
For my friend, and you know.
Yeah. Please don't purchase that. And really, really cool. You got masks that you can't wear in the park, but you can buy them. Annual Passover specific stuff. And just really cool. You got demon baby heads over there. Lots of really kind of neat stuff this year. So if you're a big fan of the event, you'll probably find something in here for you. I also like this. I don't know what kind of child would use this to bring into school, but it's neat.
I think it's adults bringing their lunch.
I guess so. That could be it too. But anyway, that's the Halloween Horror Nights store. Hey guys, that'll finish us up for Halloween Horror Nights 26. It's about midnight here, and we're gonna head out. We did not see everything. I saw a lot. I mean, we saw 7 haunted houses. We saw Bill and Ted. We saw all the scare zones. So I was very, very satisfied to see what we could do in about 5.5 hours here at the event, and I really liked it. We did Stay and Scream. If you're going to the park for during the day, definitely do Stay and Scream. And I mean, based on the lines on opening night, I would definitely do Stay and Scream in the Lucy area, because you go right into American Horror Story, which by far had the longest lines all night long. I will say, as a guy that likes to drink, unfortunately, one problem with that Stay and Scream, they don't have a lot of bars. So if you want to get drunk at by the time it's 6 p.m., if you got a buddy that's nervous about going to Halloween Horror Nights, maybe go to Finnegan's instead. Now, as far as the event goes, I had a lot of fun. I really like this. I don't think this is the best year of Halloween Horror Nights, but I think it is far from the worst year of Halloween Horror Nights as well. I liked it a lot. We both bought frequent fear passes tonight. I've got plenty of friends coming into town. Ranger, Toronto, Josh, who doesn't even work for us anymore, but he's coming into town. I can't wait to see him. Little Spoon, Joel will be here. And Jason Dean, so a whole bunch of different friends from the internet are gonna be here, and I can't wait to hang out with all of them at HHN 26. So I'm pretty excited. Scare zones I thought were good. We have all the scare zone videos will be on our YouTube channel if you want to see what they look like. So just go in, and you're probably already subscribed. If you're not, youtube.com/InTheLoopPodcast. Check those out. And I thought the scare zones were good this year. They're kind of placemaking. They're nothing special, but each one had something I really liked, except for the Vampire Homecoming one. I thought was very weak. But like, I love Dead Man's Wharf, but like tons of scare actors in heavy scuba gear. I love the Survive or Die, which was essentially Mad Max the Scare Zone with a giant like four-wheeler rolling through, lots of fire. Chance's Scare Zone I thought was good because they had an actress as Chance with a live mic who was just playing to the audience. What's the thing one I'm missing? The Banshee Scare Zone was good. I like the ones in Central Park. You kind of know what you're gonna get, but I like that one a lot. I thought it was good. Bill and Ted this year, solid show. Not the best Bill and Ted show, not the worst Bill and Ted show. As a hardcore theme park fan that follows the industry, runs a website about the industry, they made some jokes about, let's say, I don't know, a neighbor down the street that had me dying. Absolutely dying. Like, if you're familiar with the, like, wait a second, I love that idea, that is in the show this year. So that was cool. Long Bill and Ted show too. Like it was about a half an hour long. Tons of sexy dancing. But the theme park jokes for me was what really kind of won me over to make it a solid show. Besides that, that's kind of it. Molly, what are your kind of general thoughts on Halloween Horror Nights here?
Overall, good year. The scare zones, I've never been a fan of scare zones. I feel like most of them are pretty strong. I love the Survivor Die scare zone. I think that's the best one. A lot of fire and I love the
Mad Max without being Mad Max.
Right, I love the Jeep that drives around. That's impressive. With Bill and Ted, I love those jokes, those theme park jokes. Besides that, though, I feel like it was kind of not the best year, is the best way to put it. I love the jokes about the theme parks. However, the rest of the show was kind of weak on the side compared to most years.
Now, haunted houses, we went through 7 out of the 9. The 2 we missed was Walking Dead, and neither me or you watched The Walking Dead. We've been through the last...
And it's been done.
Yeah, we've seen...
5 years.
Yeah, this is the 5th year of Walking Dead, so I've known what they've done, and I have not really liked the Walking Dead houses all that much. So, like, skipping the Walking Dead house was no big deal to me. And plus, it had a long line. It opened late and had a really long line, so I had no problem skipping that. The other house we missed was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that's one I wanted to do. And like, we'll probably be back sometime this week, so I feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is something we'll see. And if you're watching this after Sunday, there'll be an annotation probably describing what I thought of the house. So those are the 2 we did not see, but I really kind of wanted to see Texas Chainsaw. Now, what do you think? Rankings best to first, like your favorite to your least favorite? For me, American Horror Story was my favorite. I put Tomb of the Ancients number 2, Halloween number 3, and then there's a sizable drop. And I'm really not sure. Probably Ghost Town at 4. Ghost Town at 4, Chance at 5, Krampus at 6, and then in dead last would be Exorcist, which I did not enjoy. I've got the frequent fear I'll be coming here a lot. If I never go through the Exorcist house again, I will have no problems with that. Molly, what kind of your favorite and least favorites?
It's pretty much the same as you. I think the American Horror Story is definitely the best house by
Which
far.
Is really surprising because neither me or you have seen that show at all.
It was very long, but a lot of scare actors, very, very good. The difference between you and me, Halloween's my second favorite. I think Halloween was done very well, followed by Tomb.
Yeah. The Krampus was by far my biggest disappointment. You know, I know what Universal could do, and they, that house had, I guess it must have had a small budget or bad people behind it, but that was a huge disappointment because that could have easily stole the show.
I feel like they needed a bigger space.
And that too. That was in the Shrek building, and like had that been in a sound stage, with a bigger budget, it could have been easily the best house here. But that's kind of it for Halloween Horror Nights 26. Fun year, great event. If you got any questions about the event, hit me up in the comments section. I'll do my best to answer those questions. Thank you guys for watching this, and we'll see you next time. Be sure to subscribe. We got all sorts of good stuff from theme parks all over the country, Halloween events all over the country. The first of 4 Fridays in a row, I am dragging Molly to all sorts of Halloween events. And so that's it. Thank you guys.